Morning. Good morning. Good morning. Where are you all on this beautiful Saturday morning? Who's going to be first to join? Is it going to be Mr. Brown? We've got some history to read today from the 13th to the 16th. So where are you all? Or am I going to be talking to myself this morning? Clear the throat. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening. I was going to say good morning. Good morning. Morning, Shirley. How are you this fine Saturday morning, my lovely? I hope you're well. So this is our breakfast chit-chat show where I just ramble on about anything and everything, read a few bits of history on things that happened to this day. Good morning, Gina. How are you this fine Saturday morning, my lovely? Morning, Nita, or evening or afternoon. I'm not sure, Nita, what the time is. But I will say I'm all good. Well, I'm swing. I like that one. I'm swing. Hey, Gillian, Rachel, good morning. And I left my coffee downstairs and my water. So unless John's going to be kind enough to make me a fresh coffee, which I don't think he will this morning. But yes, so I hope everybody's had a great day. Still up, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Nita. Happy birthday to you. I hope you're having a good celebration, my lovely. Get those knees a pumping. Oh, dear. So, today, the weather's nice. We haven't got rain till 2 o'clock in the morning. So we will be out live on investigation tonight. Not sure where. It's not going to be a big place where there's going to be loads of walking about, just because we can't walk. Great rising, sweetheart. Good morning, Joyce. Oh, you're welcome, Nita. If anybody tells me it's the birthday, I've got to sing it. It'd be rude not to, wouldn't it, really? If you can hear that clanging, that's the grandsons downstairs bashing the safety gate with the toys. Good morning, Mick. How are you, my lovely, this morning? Hope everybody is well and cooking on gas this morning. I don't think there's anything I've got to show you. I think we've shown you everything. So we'll start with a bit of history. This is from the 13th, though, of October. So on the 3rd, you have to excuse me if you've never heard me reading before. I'm slightly dyslexic. I can't pronounce certain words. And so it's quite entertaining just to listen to me reading. So yes, on the 13th of October, it's been a bit of a long shift, joked Lewis. Urzua. I don't know. Urzua. In fact, it was a world record. Weeks before, he and his team of 33 miners in the San Jose mine beneath Chile's Atacama Desert had been trapped by a rockfall nearly 700 meters beneath the surface. The leadership shown by Urzua, the shift supervisor, had held the group together, and it was typical that today in 2010, after 69 days underground, he insisted on waiting until all his men had been rescued before making his own bid for freedom. On the afternoon of the 5th of August, the group of miners had been trapped by a tunnel collapse in a mine and had recently failed various safety inspections. After searching for an escape route, Urzua divided up the food and kept the men's spirit up. On the 22nd of August, a boring machine broke through to ascertain whether there were any survivors. They attached a note to the drill bit with insulation tape. Oh, I can't read that. Estamos bien en el refugio Los. We are all well in the 33rd refuge. This electrifying news initiated a vast rescue attempt involving national governments, mining conglomerates and NASA. On the 5th of September, a borehole wide enough for a capsule that could carry a human was begun. Just before midnight on the 12th, the first miner climbed into the 53-centimetre diameter pod and began the slow climb to the surface. Each had been prescribed a liquid diet rich in minerals, sugars, and potassium. Each had taken an aspirin to avert blood clots. They wore a gurgle to stabilise blood pressure and sunglasses to protect them from the sudden sunlight. They reached the surface in 9 to 18 minutes. They were greeted by TV crews transmitting to global audiences of 1 billion viewers and Chile's president, Sebastián Piñera. At 9:56 p.m. on the 13th of October, 54-year-old Luis Uzra was the last to reach the surface, the record-breaking ordeal and history's most complex underground rescue attempt was over. Hey, Rachel, how are you? 14th of October. I've only got, 16th to get done, guys, so just bear with me. Don't forget, everybody, say happy birthday to Nita in chat. 14th of October, the analyst at the Defense Intelligence Agency was seeing a familiar pattern, a worrying one. By the autumn of 1962, the communist regime in Cuba had been working closely with the USSR since the revolution 3 years before. The Soviet military had deployed advisors and equipment to the Caribbean island only 100 miles off the coast of Florida, but this looked altogether more threatening. Poring over aerial photographs, they were struck by the layout of the surface to an air missile sites that were being constructed. They were similar by those used by the Soviet forces to protect their ballistic missile base. Did this mean that these sites were being prepared for the arrival of nuclear weapons? ? Today, in 1962, after days of poor weather in California and had to keep the planes grounded, bloody teeth in, Major Richard Haser climbed into a Dragon Lader at ultra-high altitude U-2 reconnaissance aircraft. He took off just after midnight, watched the sun come up over the Gulf of Mexico and approach Cuba from the south as he maximized altitude of over 70,000 feet. He turned on his camera as he tore across the island. In 7 minutes, it was all over. He was through. Cuban airspace without a sign of an enemy fighter or surface-to-air missile rearing up at him. He landed in Florida at 9:20 a.m. Another plane whisked the roll of nearly 1,000 photos straight to Washington, D.C., where they were driven under armed guard to the National Photographical Intelligence Center. By midday, the worst suspicions had been confirmed. Hayer's photographs clearly showed transporters for the Soviet R-12 Davinia ballistic missile. If Cuba did not already have nuclear weapons on its soil, they were expected imminently. Morning, Lisa. Morning, Gillian. President Kennedy was told 36 hours later it was the start of the Cuban Missile Crisis, the nearest the human race had come to obliteration in recorded history. President Kennedy said later that the chance of an all-out nuclear war had been between 1 in 2 and 1 in 3. Wow. On October the 15th, I can't see year yet, so bear with me. October the 15th, his enemies called him the Older King. He had hurled himself up to the precipitous social ladder of the Tudor England from an artisan family to become Lord Chancellor, Archbishop, Primate of England, and Cardinal. It was said that he dreamed of sitting on St. Peter's throne in Rome itself. Ultimately, however, all power flowed from the actual king, and when Thomas Wolsey fell from favour with his sovereign, Henry, I don't know if it's 8th, but it's V111, he fell from even steeper than his climb. Is it 8th, V111? V with 3 1s? I think it is. Well, I'm going to say Henry the 8th, so if I'm wrong, you know your Easter egg. Henry the 8th seized Cardinal Wolsey's grand home, York Palace, and went on to transform the house, turning it into Whitehall Palace. Like any house reservation, it's Henry VIII, yeah, that's good. I knew I was just testing you all. Like any reservation by a wealthy narcissist locked in a midlife crisis, games and sports were at his heart. There was an indoor tennis court and tilt yard and a bowling alley, which was completed today in 1530. The palace contained, to be developed after Henry's death, the first banqueting house was added by Elizabeth I, who endured a procession of disappointing suitors beneath paintings of fruit and vines, ironic celebrations of fertility. James I commissions Indigo Jones to design the grand banqueting house, which survives to this day. Jones astonished the king with his perfectly proportioned, honey-coloured facade and grand interior. Thrilled, James I hosted the sick in the banqueting house, performing the royal healing ceremony, in which he touched those suffering from the king's evil, a skin disorder, probably, I can't pronounce that one, Scrofula, I don't know, Scrofula. Charles II is said to have touched 7,000 desperate sufferers at Whitehall in the months following the Restoration. In 1698, disaster struck and the fire consumed almost all the palace. The diarist John Evelyn laminated Whitehall burnt. Nothing but walls and ruins left. The banqueting house is the only major portion that survives. Henry VIII's tennis courts and sports complex remain beneath the present-day cabinet office and perhaps his bowling alley too. Today, we're only got today to do, then I can shut up reading. 16th of October. Parliament had centuries of useless wooden tally sticks to get rid of. These notched and carved shards of wood were records of ancient financial transcriptions, records of long-dead taxpayers. Today, in 1843, the Clerk of Work at Westminster Palace decided to burn 2 cartloads in the basement of the House of Lords. By late afternoon, visitors to the Lords commented that smoke was rising through the floorboards. These reports were ignored, and the palace was closed as usual at 5 p.m. An hour later, the medieval royal palace was consumed by an inferno. Onlookers watched, dumbstruck, as one of Britain's most important buildings was devoured in an uncontrollable blaze. MPs, lords, and other volunteers mannered water pumps and desperately tried to fight the flames. One artist opted to paint instead. J.M.W. Turner rushed to the banks of the River Thames and furiously sketched the blaze, even renting a boat in order to get closer up to the heat of the fire, determined as ever to feel the power of the subject before transmitting that energy onto canvas. At 1:30 a.m., the tide of the Thames was high enough to bring the floating fire engines close enough to make headway in the fight against the fire. Where ash replaced roaring flames, the House of Commons and Lords had been completely destroyed. Thankfully, the magnificent Westminster Hall had survived. Treasures were lost, a 13th century painted chamber where Parliament had opened for centuries and where the death warrant for Charles I had been signed in 1649 had been obliterated. The exhausted firefighters were rewarded for their courage with free beer. Westminster would be rebuilt in conservation Gothic style to reinforce the time-hallowed medieval roots to the British Constitution rather than a fresh neoclassical design which would have had a definite whiff of modernity and even republicanism. And then tomorrow we're on about the London beer flood in 1814. Hey, Mr. Mason, hope you're well. Do you know Tracy? Hope you're doing good. So what we're going to talk about this morning, we've covered the weather, and we know it's going to be raining from 2 o'clock in the morning tonight till next Monday. We've got rain. So we all need to do a rain dance and start singing Rain, Rain, Go Away, Come Again Another Day. If we all do that together and dance around garden, it might not rain. It might not rain. You never know. So, you're going to have to do a rain dance to stop it from raining. So that's not going to do. Raining in London already? No, Lisa, don't say that. We've got it coming in about 2 o'clock. So we're hoping it's going to stay dry because we do want to get out tonight and then do an investigation. But yeah, so like I said earlier, tonight's investigation is going to be not a huge location, just because don't want John overdoing the walking. My back's not been awfully good, but I'm more concerned with John at the minute than myself. So yeah, even though I don't show it, and even though I still demand, I am quite worried about him. So just keeps plodding on, does John? Just keeps plodding on. He's plodding on, everybody. He's plodding on. So yes. So hopefully we are going to be out tonight. Hopefully Claire's going to be joining us. I know Claire's had quite a rough night. Yeah. Not alcohol though. But yeah, your hair up makes you look so young. Do you think the hair going up off the fringe? The grey roots are coming through though. But I've got to go to the shop next week, and she's going to do me my roots. I hadn't actually done it. I've just woke up, and my hair was like this when I woke up. But my bobble were a bit more wonky to the side, and then I just tried to wiggle it, so it just went like that. I'm having my hair up for wedding. I'm hoping I'm gonna have it. It's going to be similar to this, but I call it a pineapple look. So it's all pinned, and then it like sprouts at top like that, like it does. But that's how I want it for wedding. I've got to see whether my mom, not that you look old. You saying I look old, Lisa? Blue skies here 10 minutes ago. That's good. No, it might not rain, but those men in white coats will come and bring them huggable jackets. What for John? They won't catch me on Big Red. Woo woo! I'll be off. Dear me. So we are going to go to hopefully, well, not hopefully, the place we're going to go to tonight will have got some history to it. I might have my hair the same for wedding. What, pinned? Are you going to have yours pinned up, John? Are you going to have it pinned like a pineapple? I was just about to say, I thought I were talking to grandkids then, and I just heard Arthur laughing, and I was just about to say, his pop's going to have his hair pinned as a pineapple. I am going daft. I'm going daft. I thought I was speaking to one of grandsons then. Do you know? It's driving me insane. Did somebody just come upstairs? Oh, it might have been front door I heard. No for doing rain dancing. God, Gillian, get out there and do a rain dance. You could have Mr. Magica hairdo, John. I've not seen a Mr. Magica hairdo. Good morning, Jules. Perfect timing. I can stop 5 minutes and have a 7-Up. A 7-Up? Where's your cafe? It's coffee time, Jules. It's coffee. Coffee, tea, or hot chocolates allowed at this time, not 7-Up. 7-Up's an afternoon drink. There's no goodness in a 7-Up. Need a Lucozade. None of these are arty-farty thingy drinks. A Lucozade to give you some energy boosting. Coffee for me all day long, Lisa. But I have to be careful what coffee I have, because if I have a certain brand of coffee, it sends me a bit loopy. If it's too strong, or if it's like a McDonald's, is it flat white? I'm not allowed them anymore. I need to do an investigation. I'm getting bored stuck in. Get out then, Mr. Mason. Go to some of them places where you've investigated in daytime. I'm sure there'd be some, there'd be good there. Hey, Jeanette, not doing tarots at Minute My Sweets, just doing a morning chit chat. If you keep an eye out on the page, though, I will post when I'm doing the next free tarot readings, my lovely. The salted caramel ones, they're lovely. Tea for me, Yorkshire tea only. Yorkshire tea? That's too strong for me. Definitely need a Lucozade orange. I'll have a mug of tea when I'm done. You're welcome, Jeanette, my lovely lady. Yorkshire tea's too strong for me. I don't know what tea I have, but it's not Yorkshire tea. I know Jordan and Dan have Yorkshire tea, but no, Yorkshire tea's too strong. I'm on spinach and cucumber lemon shake. Actually, that sounds quite nice. I have lemon juice in. I squeeze a bit of lemon into my black coffee in the morning, and that seems to be helping with the weight loss. Good morning, Claire. Nice of you to get out of bed. I'm joking. Shaz been out of bed. Yeah, and then I do the fasting diet, and I've lost 2 stone in I don't know, about 5 months, 4 or 5 months, I think. I don't know. I'll have to count my days. But yeah, so that's what I'm doing, and it's done. PG tips. That's why I've Rachel. PG tips. Yes. Tea is yuck. As for a coffee is best. We've got that in, Tracy. Jordan's bought that in. I like for my coffee, I've got to admit, a little less coffee I have first thing in the morning because it's strong. But then after that, it's mellowbirds. I'm a mellowbird. I'm down to 16 stone 12 now. Oh, fantastic, Lisa. How much have you lost in total then, sweets? And which plan do you do? Do you follow your own? Do you follow one that's advertised? Or is it just you've just cut back on everything? Builder's tea for me. I leave it in ages. Or you're just dirty, Jules. You're just dirty. You put your tea bag in first, then you put your milk, then you put your water. You get a little bit of a thing so it goes a funny colour, dishwater colour, and you take your tea bag out, and that's a cup of tea. What you drink, it's like sucking a tea bag. It's like sucking a tea bag, Jules. It's dirty. You might as well just soak a tea bag and suck a tea bag for that strength. I'm telling you, it's horrible. The taste, don't you think it leaves that horrible, nasty taste in the back of your mouth? Milk in tea. We don't need to have milk in tea. If you get tea bag, you have milk. Milk in your tea first. No, takeaways and just healthy eating. Well, do you know what, Lisa? Absolutely, that's off to you. Because you know what? It's you that's got to make that life-changing eating habits and everything else. And I think if you don't find a way to lose weight doing what you do already, just by like you said, changing odd things, cutting back, healthy eating and everything else. Do you know what? It's spot on. Make you done. That's absolutely. I'm going to be sick. I'm telling you, just suck a tea bag. You'll get the best thing. Cubby just said I would. No milk in last and just no milk, just a spot. No, you're all making tea wrong. You're all making tea wrong. You get your cup. So that's your cup. I'll use the crystal. And you put about that much milk in. Actually, that's bad because I can't show you. So that's my cup. I put the tea bag in. And then I put about that much milk in on top of tea bag. So it gets to that about that in cup. Then the hot water. Swizzle out. You'll never taste a cup of tea as nice in your life. It doesn't leave that horrible back taste in your mouth. It just leaves a nice creamy taste. Spoon of coffee, 1 sugar, half a cup of milk, half a cup of water. Perfect cup of coffee. It is. That's pisswaz. No, it's not pisswaz. It's a beautiful cup of tea. If you go to my mum's, you have it brewing in a teapot. No, that's titty tea. It's not titty tea. Mr. Brown, I'll have you know, I made a cup of tea the other day. So don't come on here making out I don't make a cup of tea. Milk, water, tea bag. Exactly, Rachel. Nope, tea. And a good stir of Fireball in it. Ooh, Nita. Fireball is in the hot alcoholic drink, Fireball. Or is it just like a flavour of Fireball? For me, Fireball's like got to be alcoholic. Not alcoholic, it's alcohol. It's got to be an alcohol Fireball unless you can get flavours. Yeah. Oh, my God. I've got to try that. So you just put... What do I put in then? A tea bag. Fireball. Cinnamon liqueur. Oh, I'm going to have to try this. She knows how to use a coffee machine too, but won't admit it. I do now. And I still forgot. Ha! There's that laugh. Nita, you're going to have to tell me how to make these because I'm going to get John to make me one. Yes, tea bag, hot water, no milk, and fireball. Oh my God, I'm going to try that. Mr. Brown, we need some fireball. I'm writing this down. Fireball. Tea bag. Hot water, no milk. So if I do my tea bag, same as what I do, tea bag, water, quick dip, quick dip, and then fireball. And I've wrote it down in order. You can't see it. I've wrote it down in order of what I want. I love your laugh. It makes my day. Oh, bless you. It's annoying. It's not annoying me. I love my laugh. I do. I think I love my laugh because it's just so loud and it's so annoying to those people that tend to like the quiet people. What's a fireball when it's at home? It is. Remember, I don't know if you can remember them, Gillian. They had, when we had them gobstoppers and they were called fireballs, and you used to put them in your mouth and it just like to heat your mouth up, but they were like layers of it. They did an alcoholic drink. That's I don't know why I'm saying alcoholic. They did an alcohol drink with the same flavors, but it's actually quite nice drink. Unless you suffer with indigestion, and then you shouldn't really have it because the heat is quite warm. I'm gonna try. It's yummy, cinnamon flavor. So yeah, I know what you mean now by fireball. Of course you do, Jules. Of course you do. I think you can actually still get them gobstoppers in some shops, you know. Shum. I'm going short tongued. Telling you know, as I'm getting older, my tongue's getting shorter. Oh dear. So yeah. So what's occurring today? I don't know what's happening. What's happening with everybody? Talk to me. Yellow box. I remember. That's the ones. Water dilutes the booze a little. A little. How much a little though, Nita? Would I be drunk at about 10? Wouldn't do with my shots because I'd just like pour it in like milk. I do. Have you ever had Bailey's coffee? I love Bailey's coffee. Just get put your coffee in a cup and use your Bailey's as milk. So morning, Gems. Hope you're well, my lovely. And then what you do, you put your Bailey's in the microwave for about, I don't know, about 30 seconds. Just heat it up. Then you just get the hot water and pour it on and mix it round. Oh my God. It's like just drinking a cup of Bailey's. But it is really because you've put about that much Bailey's in your cup as milk. And then top it up with a little bit of water. That's right nice. I love that. That's my Christmas drink. I get up in the morning and that's what I drink. But last year, John, not year before, I'd be pouring heaps in. Morning, Peter. I don't know if it was last year or year before. I actually had to buy coffee because I didn't want to have but Bailey's is a fattening drink. So I bought the coffee flavored Bailey's. Not as good, but it still tastes nice. Love. Morning, Grace, my lovely. Bailey's coffee. Can't beat it, can you? But to me, it's a proper Christmassy drink, especially when you get up on a cold morning and you just think, Bailey's coffee. Bailey's advent calendars in Boots. Do they really? Ooh. Mr. Brown, you might have to go to Boots. I wouldn't mind a Bailey's advent calendar. About 20. That'd do me. I want to try some new flavour coffees I've seen on Instagram. Christmas pudding. I'm not sure about Christmas pudding and mince pie flavour. We've tried the vanilla. We've tried the Bailey's. We've tried hazelnut. We've tried the salted caramel one. They're all quite nice. I mean, to be honest, I think Christmas pudding and mince pie flavour might be all right, you know. Not in Boots. In our car boot, though. Oh, have you got them in what you got them in your car boot for? Get them out, they'll melt. I've got sealing and glossing to do before. John's got all ours to do. John's literally got the house top to bottom. We started doing room, then we stopped. So he's got literally all the house. I mean, downstairs in landing, all the stairs, it's just plaster. There's no paint on it. Excuse me, there's no paint on it yet. So we've got all that to do. That's just driver's crackers. We were going to rush to do it, but now we're just going to take us time and get house up because we're not in a rush to move. Ew, Baileys. Aren't you a Baileys girl, Gemma? Oh, I'm a ruler. I love that. I'm a ruler. I love that. I love that in my coffee as well. Isn't that the one, Nietzsche's? That one is I'm a ruler. I'm thinking it right one. It's got the elephant on the front of the bottle. If I'm sure it's an elephant. But that's better than Bailey's. That if we take them indoors, they won't last the day. Exactly. Morning, Judith. How are you, my sweets? Nita, is that the one with the picture of the elephant? If it is, it's beautiful. I thought it were. Yeah, absolutely gorgeous. I love that. I might get that instead of Bailey's actually, because that's nice. Amaretto and Coke. That's another drink I've drunk before. I do like the amaretto. I like Kahula as well. What Kahula isn't the one with the elephant on? Is it? I thought it were Amarula were elephant and Kahula. I forgot what's on a bottle of Kahula. I'm gonna Google it now. Now you've done that, I'm gonna do a John. My hubby loves caramel lattes, Rachel. Do you know if you get that coffee, caramel latte flavored coffee, it's really nice. Where did we go the other day? And I saw it in there. It was near Morrison's at Catcliffe. What do you call that place? Big building outside of Morrison's at Catcliffe. We went in and they got all flavoured coffees in there. And I forgot what you call it. JD and coffee. Anything's nice in coffee. I mean, my nan always used to say, my dad's mom, if ever anybody were bad, like, didn't matter what you'd got, you could have got a broken toe. And she'd say whiskey in your tea. So if you've got a sore throat, whiskey in your tea. If you've got earache, whiskey in your tea. If you've got shit, whiskey in your tea. My way Poundland do different coffees. I think they do them quite all over, don't they? Haig and Iron Brew can't stand whiskey, but Haig doesn't have the burn. Well, I might have to try some of that. I've not tried that heel either. Kahula has a picture of a street on it. Kahula! Kabilia. What's Kabilia, Claire? Have you been drinking already? Have you been drinking already? Soldiers first on YouTube, followed by just woken up, so a bit dozy, but hiya. That's yo-yo. Telling you. Coffee. I used to rub whiskey on my baby's gums when teething. So did I, Lisa. That's what my nan told me to do when they were teething. Rub whiskey on the gums. Like I said, whiskey and tea and everything. And we put the whiskey on. We put the whiskey, and Jordan got a little bit addicted to whiskey on her gums. So we had to try and wean her. No, not wiener, but like sort of like cut it back a little bit because it worked. But it worked. It worked. Sofa dancing to carnival music at Somerset Carnivals was cancelled again this year. Wow. But there is a little walking carnival tonight. My son Jake is performing in it, so trying to get the carnival spirit. Oh, Gemma, that's going to be amazing. If you can, do a little video, and if you're allowed to, do a video and send me a video to watch. That's going to be some right fun, that. So let me know how you get on. And if anybody else is attending, enjoy yourself. Go find Gemma and start partying. John might let you try the chocolate salted caramel cake I'm sending him. He hadn't told me you were sending him anything, Gillian. He's not told me you were sending him anything, so he'll not be eating none of that himself. I'll be eating it. Yep, I told you Tetley tea is the best. It makes you drunk, apparently. What, Tetley tea? Tetley tea makes you drunk. Can send us some if you like. I think I'm too drunk to paint now, all this talk of drink. Just don't go putting your Baileys in your Christmas till first of Baileys in your Christmas. Don't go putting Baileys or anything in your coffee till 1st of December, because it's not technically Christmas till 1st of December, even though the Christmas tree goes up 10th of November. I will won't be the same without the large floats. But do you know what, Gemma? It is. It's better that it's. Do you know what? Enjoy it. Just go out and enjoy it and make most of it, because it's just so good that they're still having something going on for them. So yeah, it'll be amazing. That's probably why they like a drink now. Who likes a drink now? What have I missed? I don't know. Soldier Snap, up your eyes are more open than mine. Yolanda, as your eyes like sheep's fannies this morning? Have they cancelled the fireworks in London New Year's Eve this year, or is it a rumour? Ooh, not heard anything, Jules. But I'm surprised if they're going to be having, if there's going to be any really big things going off this year. But we'll see. Toffee vodka is my favourite. I like toffee vodka. It does actually taste of toffee, and it doesn't taste of whiskey. Rubbing whiskey on my kids' gums. I don't know. I think the news was like the noise. You weren't going to tell him about the brandy. So you're even now. See, brandy as well. Brandy and coffee is lovely. Okay, Soldier. Robbie's just making me a cuppa. They sure are, Lindsay. Mine are if I take my glasses off. But actually, I think the light's quite good here. So if I take them off, look, you can't technically see the bags under my eyes. But what you can see that little light lip. I need to stretch my eyes out. I ain't done my exercises this morning where you like plant your face back and do everything to pull your skin back on your face. I wouldn't mind if they cancelled them in Chester. Bootsy doesn't like. I think a lot. I don't think there'll be many big fire displays on. Maybe a few of our local pubs might do it, but I don't think the big fire displays are going to be on. I don't know whether because last year, the year before, I don't think we did have bonfire nights anyway, did we? We just had a couple of fireworks going off. But yeah, you want me to start drinking alcohol in my coffee? 1st of December, Lisa. 1st of December, put pile cream on. I've been told pile cream's good for the eyes, actually. But I've not yet tried it. I've not yet tried the pile cream. Knowing my look, I'll put it on and I'll start growing piles in my eyes. I have little polyps coming out my eyes. The one in Sheffield is cancelled on bonfire night for good. Woo woo! I hate bonfire night. I just think they're so free. If it was an organised display like they used to be, and they were more safe day, and kids have always been stupid with fireworks, but it's just got worse over years, especially when they're setting them off on we had some kids setting them off. In fact, it weren't kids. I think it were one of houses. We'd gone out in the car, and as we come back, we'd parked car at top. And as we were walking down path, luckily they shouted fireworks, and we had to step back because they were setting fireworks off on path. Yeah, not very clever move to do. Not when you've got a big field at side of you. Gina G, I'll be sloshed with all the tablets. Hey, Gina, just have a tipple at Christmas. Every morning, a little bit. You'll be okay. But don't blame me if you get a little bit tipply. Our little town has one. I may go to it as it normally falls on Carnival night. I see. I'd prefer a Carnival night. I've just spat all Lord John's computer. I've just put my germs all over your computer. But yeah, I'd love to go to a carnival. I think a carnival night would be so much more better than a bonfire night. And I forgot who it were the other day, but we were on about this with bonfire night. Why are we celebrating somebody that tried to blow up Parliament anyway? And there were more to that story. I can't remember how it goes. But when you actually look back at what happened and why we celebrate bonfire night, is it really a thing to do? Are we condoning the fact? I'll blame you. I'll come and look after you, Gina. Tell her off, John, the dirty mare. He can have my germs. Bloody hell, Nita. I know nobody got. What did Nita put? Thought we had fireworks last night, but really, Nita. Make sure you stay safe, my lovely, and everybody around you stays safe. And it's got to be frightening, that, Nate. It's got to be so frightening. I know it'd frighten me if I were in gunshots going off. Think you need to come to Bridgewater Carnival next year. I will send you a YouTube link. Yes, please, Gemma. If it's on, I will say me and John will come for a carnival next year, Gemma, at Bridgewater. We'll come for the carnival if it's on next year. I'd love to come to that. I love carnivals. I think they're brilliant. It's like a big kid in a sweet in just like a sweet shop playground kind of thing, isn't there? I think he did a great job. We need to do it again. Damn Parliament. No, I'm not saying it weren't a great job, but really, when you think about it, yo, what are we celebrating? You know, never understood Bonfire Night. No, I don't get it, Joyce. I don't get it. I forgot who we're having a conversation with. And we're on about Bonfire Night and why. When you look at it, I can't even remember. Without looking in history and cheating. I can't even. If that offends anybody. Yo. But no, I mean, when you look back, I mean, you look back on a religious side of it, or you look back at everything else that were going off, and we're sort of like condoning it. So do we condone? So we condoned, right? So this is, I mean, I'm not going to say it because that's going to be really bad. So I'm not going to say it. But we condone that, but we don't condone other things that have happened that's similar. You know, so yeah, mischievous night, November 4th. It is a mischievous night. It's a follow-on to Halloween. It's an extra Halloween night. That's what you want to take it as. It's burning him, not a celebration, really. Well, it is, isn't it, actually? So then do we turn it that way then? So if it's burning him, do we condone burning people, yo? How do we do this? We either do you know? It's just crazy. But yeah, I thought we celebrated to remember the failure of Guy Fawkes. I don't know. To be honest, soldier, it's whoosh over my head for that. It shouldn't be really because it is a big part of his history. But yeah, to me, I'm not a Bonfire Night fan. I don't like, I don't mind the fires. I just hate the fireworks. The sound of them just scares me off to death. So I'm not a fan of that. They used to burn witches. They did used to burn witches, John. So are we condoning the burning of witches when we're burning what's his face? Parliament guy. Guy Fawkes. That was the origin of it. We were barbaric then. We were, Yolanda, weren't we? You know, actually, when you look back in history, you look back and it's like, I think everybody thinks same. You look back and it's like, well, we didn't do this, or they did that, or they did this to us, so we did that. Actually, we were all barbaric. But what gets me is, why are we still getting blamed for things that ancestors did years and years and years and years and years and years and years ago? Do you know what I mean? I get that we need to be remembering stuff and history needs to be brought forward, but we need to have less of this blaming malarkey going round. It's just crazy. I can't be held accountable for what somebody did in 2002. The gunpowder plot was a failed attempt to blow up the Houses of Parliament in London by a group of distinct Catholics. That's the one, Claire. That's it. That's what I'm trying to think on. Good point. I might jump on the offended bandwagon and get it banned. Exactly. Let's get it banned. Hey dear. It's history. So you should say we shouldn't celebrate D-Day as people were killed there too. But that's different. Do you know what, Tracy? I love opinion. But I think for me, the difference between that and Bonfire Night is they didn't have a choice. None of them did on either side, whether they were the British, the American, the French, whoever were part of this war, and especially D-Day. It was a horrible, horrible massacre that we know of. But I think you've got to take circumstances, I think, into account. All those men on either side were being told what to do, you know? And I think if you could speak to them men on either side today, and ask them, and ask them on a personal level, would they took another man's life? I think both sides would have said no. Because I don't think it was just as easy as, I know it will, for war, it's kill or be killed, isn't it? But I think it must, if you look at how how men and women come back from war, even today, if you look at how men and women come back from war with PTSD and other inflictions that they've got going off on a mental level because of what they've seen, what they've witnessed, and everything else. I just think that's like, for me personally, Tracy, I just think like you said, I just think for me it's the difference. And technically, Guy Fawkes didn't kill anybody though, did he? Because there were no bugger in Parliament when he decided to blow it up. It's also false that Guy Fawkes got hung, drawn and quartered. He was supposed to be, but he jumped from the ladder and broke his neck, dying instantly. Exactly. They do say the last person to enter Parliament with honest intentions was Guy Fawkes on the 5th of November in 1605. Wow, bit more history there for you. But yeah, politicians start wars but don't fight in them. Exactly, soldier, exactly. And to me, I mean, there is no winners in a war. There is no winners in a war because people just lose family, friends, loved ones. And at the end of the day, what do those men get for fighting for the countries? What do the men get? They get jack shit. They get nothing for fighting for the country. So for me, that'd just take me on. I'm not doing a rant this morning, so I'm going to change subject. But yeah, God bless all our serving soldiers who do as our country asks to defend our country. I salute them all. Exactly. So yes. So on that note, before it gets too deep for me this morning, I'm going to go and I'm going to get in the shower and have a shower this morning. Yeah. Do you like my new nightie though? Look how big this is. It's that thing. And I got my hood, look. I can put my hood up so at night when I go to sleep, I fasten it and squash my face in so that spiders can't get to me. Woo! Take it down. So, right, I'm going to go get in bath before I stink John's room out. No, don't go. It means I got to get off me. You've got to get off your arse, Jules. You've got to get off your arse. Shouldn't it be red? What red? What's red? Adios, amigos. Yo, gives a ring later. We've printed that stuff off that Rob needs. So we'll might not call across today. I know you're out till 3. So yeah, Lindsay eats spiders. I do. They fall in my mouth. I don't know how, but they do. I must sleep with me. Oh, Red Riding Hood. I get it. Right, guys, I'm going to love you and leave you. Mwah. Love you loads. See you later. Live about 8 o'clock tonight. Hope Claire's going to be up for this one. And yeah, we'll see you soon. Love you. Bye. Bye. Bye.